Welcome to Travel Around Susie. Today I'm going to show you guys how I survived the Michigan winters, which if you're not from Michigan, we can get below 0, -7. We've gotten a wind chill of like -10 or 15. And I live in a tin can, so come along with me as I show you. And plus I've got solar. So I'm going to show you how I keep getting sun when we have 2 feet of snow, and get some solar in there. And these are the things that I've already done from last year to make it through the winter, and they're DIY projects, so I know you guys can do them too, because I've got a smart community. The first thing, we always need power, and that's for 140 watts. I extend this guy out, and then I go up here and I push the snow away from me, and then I can pull it towards me to get the final layer off. And in the winter, I still, even on the cloudy days, I have gotten power or sun from sun. I have gotten solar from the sun with the cloudy days. It's not the greatest, but I've over paneled so that I can get enough sun in, or enough power in my battery. Now the other parts are to deal with my heating system in the van. And by the way, these, they break down like this, and then I store it. I broke that pin right there so it doesn't collapse like normal. Then it just tucks away under the back of my van, or under my bed in the back of the van when I don't need it. And during the summer, I actually store this at a home base. The next part are these. And I'm going to take you inside the van to show you what I do with these. But these are my heating so-called ductwork. That one goes under the bed, and then one goes into my electrical box. So it keeps my battery somewhat warm. Even though my battery is got heating elements into it, I still like to help it out a little bit so it doesn't have to work so hard. And I don't want it to freeze or cause any damage, so I try to prevent that. So let's go into my van now. All right. So most of you know I have a diesel heater, and I love this beast. So these, let me pull this off and show you what it looks like. So I have the 4 heat runs. This hole right here goes into my electrical box. So in the middle of last winter, when we were getting really cold, I drilled a hole through this, and then I took another piece and I run it from here to here for heat. And then I take this unit and I just attach it here, and I have this that extends up and shoots up here, so it gets the heat dispersed a little bit better and a little bit faster. The other thing I do is, if you've ever lived in a van in the winter, your underbed or your garage gets heat or cold super fast. So I have put this, just kind of I need to get a thicker one, but this is just to kind of keep the cold from coming forward. But I also run this heat back there So it will heat some of the garage so I don't freeze anything in the back. So you can see the pipe right there. It does come through and it will heat up this. So in the winter, this will go down, and then in the summertime, I just roll this up like this. Nothing perfect. And then I just use, these are Velcro strips, and I just wrap it around like this. And then that way, in the summertime, I can open up my windows, have ventilation through. And then in the winter, I can insulate these back doors. So the next thing is the big hole in my roof. My MaxxAir fan in the winter. I have not finished this project. This project is on my list to do. Normally there's a plastic ring that goes around, well, not ring, but square, that goes up in here and it holds this up here. I have not cut it. That is on my to-do list. But until then, this is the cover, and it's 2 pieces of thick material with 1 sheet of reflectives in there. And then what I do is I just tuck this little bad boy up in here. And then this stays in there all winter. Unless I'm cooking and I've got steam or whatever, I will turn this on. So when I'm cooking, it comes down, but then I put it right back up. And then that is a massive help because I don't lose a lot of heat and I don't get the cold coming in. So when I get the ring that will cover this, I will take this and Velcro it so that it just adheres in there. Some other people cut it really tight and get a real thick foam and shove it up there and squeeze it up in there. I may do that, I don't know. We'll see when the time comes. So today it is chilly, and as you can see, I'm kind of out in the pines. So I'm not going to get up on my roof, but I need to get up on my roof before winter, and I need to do another sealant job. This roof vent or MaxxAir fan has been in this van for 4 years now. So I definitely need to take the caulk off and re-caulk it. So that's on my to-do list on top of the MaxxAir fan ring. So thank you guys for watching this video. And if there's something else that you do in your van to get ready for the winter, put it down in the description. Leave me not the description. Leave me a comment down in the comment section. I want everybody to learn from everybody. So this is why I do these videos, so that maybe if you're starting out, here's some things to think about. A thrift store blanket, a couple bucks, depending on what thrift store you go to. And a couple screws at the hardware can go a long ways. So thank you for watching, and if you want to see some tours of some different rigs, make sure you check out this playlist of all the tours.